close the door. Close door. Although chances are there's more enemies in here than out there. It might be a good idea to block the door. How do we do that? Oh, there's a rock. I don't see how that's gonna keep anything out though. That's not gonna keep anything out. Nope, I thought not. Am I supposed to kill it with this? Yeah, so... okay. Maybe... okay, let's not go in there yet. Let's see what's elsewhere. Because the offices are supposed to be over here. Office? Yep. Good. Let's come here first. Light. That's reassuring. Why don't we just go out? Backstrom. What is that? I would prefer a first aid kit, but at least if I'm injured I can grin and bear it. A bottle of what's Backstrom? Beef jerky. Huh. Maybe I can use the beef jerky on the dog. Let's see, 15th of August 1945. That's the Second World War. Command Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu, weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Well, aren't you boring? Regular supply shipment received, standard emergency drills carried out, routine hallway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. One wounded. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs, oh great, in our workshop armory, and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. Well, I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learned the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. Well, maybe that's what he wanted, to go home. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. The base is so disconnected sometimes, I feel as if this war could end and we might not even hear about it out here. Indeed. Supplies requisition order, dynamite for excavation purposes, 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick, for removing the damp ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses category 7C, an order for myself. My glasses are in rather a poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact. Oh great, an artifact beneath in the earth, or buried in the earth, and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. What could possibly go wrong with an unidentified artifact in the ground, in the middle of nowhere? It appears to be man-made, and may have working We have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover, yeah, and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M Major. Non-commissioned officer, I believe, is what NCO stands for. Is that it? Well, let's touch it. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him father. Clutching something unseen. It was different, but the same, like that time, like I had more control, but over what? Who knows? Are these the guys who are out here? Is that a map? Are these drawers? Oh, they are. Nothing's in them, of course. What's this? The text on these pages is illegible. Years of damp and cold have dissolved its meaning forever. Well, okay, so this is a British Air Force base in Greenland during the Second World War. That's why the signs are in English. It's not too bad. Copenhagen Post, Monday 17th August 1930. That's ages ago. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of Death Mine. Death Mine, I like that. That's where we are. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals, yes, mind-altering substances, naturally sewn into the rock, may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. That sounds wonderful. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the Northwestern lead mine. Last year, they discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally high suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high at 46 deaths per 100,000 population compared to the national average of 29. It's not that bad. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earliest stages of paranoid schizophrenia. Oh great. How wonderful. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Great. Drugs. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the Tuerngate live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Oh good, drugs. Small key. Come on, close it. Nothing and nothing. And nothing. Ooh, more batteries. So the mine was here before the Air Force guys came in. 1930, yeah, that's way before. Wait, which way did I come? This way. Typewriter. This typewriter dates back even further than the war, made in Germany in 1923. Was that the Empire typewriter? Interesting. More beef jerky. Delicious. Because who couldn't use 50-year-old beef jerky? Or 60-year-old beef jerky? I know, I'd love some. More beef jerky. There is a zombie dog outside, still, which I don't know how to deal with. More painkillers. Okay, I need a key, and let's grab that. Rotting wooden shelves. Alright, small key. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Nice. Chapter 1.3 Black Match Fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder, but be warned, chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. It will stain clothing. Materials required: string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, backstring. Oh, that's what it's used for. The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstring which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled into the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2.1 Dynamite. Invented by Alfred Noble in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It has proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerine, provided that it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of the diatomaceous earth, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of the explosive liable to detonate on contact. Awesome! On contact. Materials required: 1 part. I'm not reading that again. 3 parts nitroglycerine, small amounts of sodium carbonate, text unreadable, and then simply form into short sticks and wrapped in paper. Guess we'll need this stuff later. TNT trinitrotoluene. Never mind. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could detonate inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact as did other shells. Armstrong's mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it, as death mix. Its incredible volatility makes it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Materials required: red phosphorus and barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. So red phosphorus and sulfur apparently is quite dangerous. Well, I guess we'll be blowing things up at some point in the game. And the dog should be out here. Let's try not to get eaten a second time. I don't know, in Amnesia you didn't really have to worry about it fighting these things. I mean, either you can hide from them or you don't. And if you don't hide from them, then you die. Okay, I'm doing that. Is the dog inside or outside? Okay, come on, move. I thought I heard the dog inside this room. I hope that's not the case. There's a huge gap in the door as well, so I can see it when it comes. Well, I guess that's blocked. I did. I blocked the door. Well, we'll find out soon enough. I don't know what this is in these bags. Mining slag, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oh, hello. Are you serious? Are you serious? Was I not meant to stand there or something? That dog just demolished that barrel. Through the door, I might mention. Okay, let's... Well, what else can I do if that's not enough? Do I grab this barrel? That's even lighter than the barrel. I can't pick that up. Just pile everything I can find onto it. Can't move that. Holy crap, I just demolished the whole door. Well, let's just hide. So maybe I'm not supposed to stop it. Maybe I'm just supposed to slow it down and then move. What's this? The workshop. Explosives are at the other end. It's locked. I'll probably need to use the panel to input a code. I don't know what the code is. A key panel oddly placed, and it's definitely newer than the rest of the mine. Well, okay. Is it newer than the Second World War or not? Well, I guess that's why these tunnels are looping around like this as well, because we are meant to hide from the dog instead of actually stopping it.